Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. I'm testing out content in real time.
I love it. Can't wait to see what it is.
I am having a thought right now, and I want to run it by you.
All right, shoot.
When people say, life's not fair, what are they manifesting?
Well, they're looking at excuses and blame. So when I hear someone say life's not fair, I immediately think that someone or something is causing this, and I'm affected by it.
So when you're living in the thought, life's not fair, life isn't working out for me, what are you creating more of?
I think that's what you're going to be focused on, that, and that's what you're going to build your house with.
Because the universe wants to teach us a lesson.
Yeah, I talk a lot about where you focus, is kind of like how you make these little bricks for a house that you're going to live in. And so if you're focused on the problems, if you're focused on life isn't working, you're going to start looking for those things about, okay, well, what proves me right? Because we all want to be right in our own way. So what proves me right? And you're going to start finding the evidence of why you think life isn't fair. And you're going to start building these little bricks around you. And then you're going to be in this tower of victimology.
I just had an aha moment because we were having a discussion today with our business mentor. And they said to us, hey, if you could talk to anyone in the world and tell them about your business, like who is it that you would ideally want to talk to? And I said, I want to talk to my 38-year-old self. That's who I want to talk to. And so then they said, well, describe 38-year-old self Jana. And I said, well, 38-year-old self Jana thought that life wasn't working out for her.
Life's not fair.
Life's not fair. And the minute that I said that, I zoomed out and I thought, oh my gosh, I was creating a victim mentality and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's words and thoughts have real power over us.
So I ask anyone that's listening to this, we all have blind spots. I ask you, is there an area in your life where you may be saying, why is this happening to me?
Yeah. Or even
why?
On the backside of that, and it's less intrusive, I think, as a thought, but has the same effect, is when you look at someone else and say, why do they get to have this? Why does their life look so good? Why does someone else's, so when you're saying, why does someone else's life look so good and polished, or why do they have the nice house, and why do they get a personal chef and a personal jet, all these things?
Well, you're telling the universe,
I don't have this.
My life isn't the way I thought it should be.
Yeah,
you're whining. You're that little kid that said, Santa, you didn't bring me the present I wanted.
Yeah, you think that you're trying to build towards it, but what you're really saying is, I don't have this. I apparently don't deserve that yet. Someone else does. They've got it already.
That's not living in creation.
No, it's not.
That's living in complaining.
Yeah.
And what you're doing,
we don't realize
is you are just creating more of that because the universe only hears the very end of that sentence. So I want what they have. And the universe hears, they have. Let's
give
and
them
so
more.
The universe just gives them, more, so that you can sit there and stew in your envy and jealousy.
Because that's what you love to do.
Because that's exactly what you asked for.
If you're building your house out of those bricks, the universe wants to give you more of those bricks.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I am having such an aha moment right now. I really am. Because I'm going to tell you, even at times when we think that life is not fair or our circumstances have not fallen in our favor, the world is perfectly balanced. The world is perfectly balanced. And life is fair.
Yeah. And it's always working for you. And when you realize that, hey, I do have a lot of control over what I'm creating around myself and the people that I'm allowed in my sphere and the information that I'm allowing into my mind and into my heart, then you realize, hey, once I filter out what I don't want that's going in, then I get to really create what I want going out.
And that's what I mean. Life is fair because you're creating it. I'm co-creating this with God. I'm the one that is making the decisions, and I'm showing up, and I'm choosing to react to certain things and choosing not to react to other things, and I'm bringing the energy.
Yeah. Either reacting or responding or creating and living into it.
Oh,
It's crazy, but you have to wrap your head around the whole I'm really responsible for me, and I'm really responsible for the world I'm creating around myself.
So here's the action step that I think can help us all take the turn around the corner is whenever you find yourself saying, why is this happening to me? That sentence in particular. First of all, when you ask why, you're just going down a rabbit hole. I've been down that rabbit hole many, many times. It just leads to empty answers. It really does. Why? Secondly, when you start asking better questions, you start living a better quality of life. Yeah. Wouldn't you agree with that, Jason?
Yeah. So better quality questions get better quality answers. So a lofty questions gets you lofty answers, gets you a lofty life.
And when you say happening to me, that already is the bottom of the consciousness scale.
Yeah, you're digging in the cesspool.
Yeah. Life is not happening to me. That is victim mentality right there. Yeah. That is victim mentality. So you change the why is this happening to me, and you turn that to what can I learn from this? How can I grow? How can this make me better? What are you trying to teach me? How lucky am I? What is great about this? Try to turn it into an empowering question, something that will spin it positive.
Heard that one before.
Right? Yeah. Spin it positive. Spin it positive.
Yeah, it's knowing that the future self that you really want to create, that you think that you're trying to create through your thoughts of why don't I have that? Because on the backside of that, you're thinking also, I want that, or I want my life to kind of resemble that. But you haven't gotten really clear about what you truly want, what those truly, what's really true in your heart and soul, and what getting a specific thing is going to fill. But once you can get clarity around that and you meet the you that's already living in it, then you can find a way to kind of travel to meet that new you.
Empowering questions empower us. Disempowering questions disempower us. Huge. So if we are asking, why is this happening to me? We're already putting ourselves in a very low, the bottom of the totem pole.
And your subconscious mind is going to answer that question. So why is this happening to me? Because you're lazy, because you're fat, because you're old, because you're young, because you're skinny. It's going to give you all the reasons.
Okay.
And we know we're great at grabbing reasons that we're not enough, that we're different, all these things.
But what about the reasons, you know what? You were made for awesomeness.
Yeah, you're made for greatness and a purpose. And
you were made to change the world.
There are blessings out there waiting for you.
You have limitless potential.
Yeah.
What?
So that's
how come we don't hear those? How come we tune those things out?
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Jason is speechless for the first time ever. Jason is.
I could give you an
speechless.
answer, but it's.
But I probably won't hear it.
I would be.
That's what he's thinking. No. He's like, you won't hear it because.
So we just spent the week with Joe Dispenza, and one of the things that he said was that we bring forward the familiar past into the predictable future. So it's easy to forget what we're going for, like that perfect, wonderful life that we're trying to manifest and create, because we don't have it at top of mind all the time. Like when I was just on the phone with a client the other day talking about some of the things that she's created for herself in her life.
Okay.
And she goes, all these things were on my vision board and they came true.
Okay.
And I said, okay, and all the things that you're trying to do now, are they on your vision board? She goes, oh, I don't have a vision board anymore. But
it worked once. She's got proof that it worked for her. Why not do it again?
And the thing is, we just have to be clear about what we want and have it at top of mind so we can see, like, our reticular activating system and our subconscious mind picks up on where the opportunities are and where the path is leading to get those things. But if we don't have it at top of mind, then our painful past is going to come in and it's going to be like,
we have a habit of
don't
being
step out
us.
of your comfort zone. You're going to get hurt. Don't step out of your comfort zone. Don't take that opportunity because somebody's going to laugh at you. Somebody's going to say, oh, you're not going to be able to succeed at that. And that's where we're not going to be able to meet that future, have that date with destiny, as Tony Robbins would call it.
That date with our future self.
Yeah.
Which I'm starting to see very, very clearly. Now, my future self visits me quite often.
That's awesome. I love
In fact, sometimes I even step into her and I pretend to be her for a short period of time. I'm like, hi.
Well, your present self is pretty amazing, and I'm so excited about stepping into your future self.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yes, you just wait, Shelfer. You're in for a big time. What?
I love
it. No, sometimes I step into my future self and I actually start crying in gratitude. And that, when you can actually feel what your future self can feel, then
that emotion in.
That is when it really starts to become a magnet. You really start to get there quicker because you can tell something big is in the air. I can feel the energy and I want to get there faster.
Look out, because here I come.
Right? Which, by the way, I'm just going to tell you all, that is the song of Jason and my new dance. We just learned yesterday, we went to our dance lesson and they revealed the choreography for our new
for
dance.
Our national dance competition.
And they picked The Greatest Showman, believe it or not.
Apropos for us.
Yes, because it's our favorite.
It's like my get me up song.
It is. It is. It's actually Jason's alarm song. I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal that.
It wakes me up every morning.
It does. It's like,
look out, because here I come. Boy, do I have enthusiasm.
Oh my gosh. And sometimes he doesn't wake up very easily. I'm usually up before his alarm goes off. And so I'm like, honey, your alarm is going off.
I'm trying to finish my first meditation or my third meditation. Time to hit the button. Time to pick your head up off your pillow.
At any rate, if you catch yourself saying...
Awareness is key.
Yes. So be aware that you are saying these words. So if you catch yourself saying, life is not working out for me. Why is this happening to me? Life's not fair. Any of those 3 sentences, any thoughts down that spiral, stop.
Collaborate and listen.
That is correct. Stop and listen to this podcast over and over and over. Change the why to what can I learn? How can I grow? What is the universe trying to teach me right now? What is happening right now that this is going to make me a better person? What's great about this situation right now? What is great about this? How lucky am I that this has come into my stratosphere? Because I know that once I learn this, I am going to catapult to something bigger and better.
Yeah.
Woo!
And if you find yourself in the situation over and over and over again because you know that you already recognize that you think life isn't fair and you say these things over and over again, ask yourself, what pattern am I in that's creating this situation for me, and what can I do to grow out of it? It's as simple as that. I mean, I don't want to sound contrary or anything, but it's not. It's a pattern that you have created for yourself, because I've been in a pattern like that,
and
I get in them still.
If we make the same choices every day, we're going to have the same results every day.
And that's science. I mean, the science is that the majority of our thoughts are negative and the majority of our thoughts are repetitive. So we have to change something in that. And that's why we invite you to come along with the Living Lucky program and the Living Lucky podcast.
80% of our thoughts in one day. We have 6,000 thought worms every single day in our heads. 6,000 thought worms. So I think some research says that adds up to 60,000
45 to 80,000 thoughts.
But the latest research is 6,000 thought worms, okay?
That's the thought
in our
that
head
you
every
grab
day.
onto and you start feeding into, and
You're
it
like,
just keeps growing,
wonder. Now, of those 6,000 thought worms, 80% of those are negative. 80% are negative in a single day. Now, if you have 80% negative thoughts, what kind of emotions are you experiencing?
It's gonna be negative.
What is your physiology? What kind of wrinkles are you creating on your face because you have frowns?
Yeah.
Or you have, I know I have these little lines between my forehead.
Start getting called ball face.
I don't have ball face.
You ever heard ball face liar?
Yeah, nobody puts balls on my face.
That ball face liar. That's what that means.
No.
You've been having crinkly face.
You just took it to a whole different level. At any rate, so we have 80% negative thoughts. 95% of those negative thoughts are repetitive, which means tomorrow you're going to have the same thoughts, the same emotions that you had today.
Yep. You're going to talk to the same people. You're going to go to the same job. You're going to do the same route. You're going to go eat the same basic food mix.
We are products of habit. That's what we do. Yeah. And habits are not bad. Habits can be good, but we need to be aware of what our habits are. That's the key. It
Start
comes back
with
to
awareness.
Awareness. Be aware of what you're aware of.
That's right.
Woo! Okay. We put a lot into this. You might have to listen to it 3 or 4 times and then send it to everyone you know, and you can talk about it at Bunko. Okay.
Love you guys.
Bye! If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.